Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Starlight A New Dawn Scar. Chapter 3, Episode 32, A Ruined Church. This is one of our Pokemon Tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. It is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as on itch.io, so take a look at it and let us know what you think. But for now, we're going to go ahead and begin with introductions. Oh, one more thing. We are joined today by Rdyjin doing art on stream. Though, looks like he is having a little bit of a technical difficulty, but still. We'll start with introductions. Go ahead, Tal.
Hello, I'm Taldirus, and I'll be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I'll play the allies, I'll play the enemies, I'll play everything in between. The only thing I won't be playing are our wonderful player characters. And for my wonderful player characters tonight, my question is, what is your character's opinion on a party-led cult?
Oh boy. Well, hello, I'm Wormable. I play Amos the Growlithe. They're a fire type, crime type puppy. And Amos, big no on cults. He doesn't he had enough of seeing Alabaster Gleam. He doesn't want anything to do with anything like that.
Hi, I'm Aurum, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat rock dragon tyrant, who is also a big no-no on cults. They are clearly an evil type thing, and only evil type. So, crime type, evil type, crime evil type.
Well, then Argus would fit in just fine.
Argus is not a crime type!
Okay, Mr. Lockpick.
Yeah, okay. Enjoy those lockpicks. Enjoy breaking into things.
Argus is not a crime type, I swear. He's a good boy.
And yet, he breaks into things. More than we've seen from Amos.
With permission.
We've seen Argus break into more things than Amos has.
Argus had permission for all those things. Amos had no permissions.
Anyways, off to Seda.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Satan. I play Dart, the Steel Ground Rockruff. Dart would also be very opposed to any party-led cults, no matter how positive their intentions are.
Positive.
Oh, I get it.
Oh no, the cult of the beans.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type Rockruff. As for cults, a small one. Just of the players. Believing in the abyss. So that way they can all be safe within the abyss.
Just a little cult as a treat.
Just a little cold. That's a treat. Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
But go ahead, Vector.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Avian Wolf. I'm a sorry, sorry. It's been a while. It's been a long while since I did this. My name's Avian Wolf. I play as Vector, the water-flying rockruff, and yeah, no. Vector, big no on that as well. Sorry, it's been a while. I just coming back from break.
It's like introducing the new Cecil skin, pro streamer Vector.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and for the recap, would you mind taking it there, Seda?
Sure thing. So last time on Starlight New Dawn, the party investigated the next puzzle room and found basically a weight-based puzzle with fountains and draining pools of water. But the combined weight of Argus and Sin kind of broke it, and task failed successfully. But got a fancy cloak. That good for keeping comfortable temperature, or at least warm. But our investigation into this seemingly abandoned ship was interrupted by the owner of the ship coming back, a zoroark, who managed to basically teleport themselves right behind us. Disassociate Jet's aura from his body. And just make a right. Trying to describe the time, just a jolly old scene. Pretty much, they seemingly are another awakened who has definitely gone through their share of adventures, and has now taken a very curious interest in our group being also comprised of awakened, because they definitely see the whole universe saving type with the in their fellow awakened. So they caught wind of the abandoned church that we want to investigate for potential gem or shard of the gem of the Guildmaster Xerneas, and they're offering some gold for us to take them there. Jet also questioned the Zoroark, who we still don't have the name of, about the weird book with strange runes that he picked up from Shade, and opened it, and it's apparently, the Book of the Abyss, definitely not meant to be in this world. Might be explaining a little bit of what was happening with Alabaster Gleam, those weird, monstrous creatures. And Jet, why are you reading the book during the recap? Put it down. Put the book down.
So many secrets. I can change everything.
Yeah, the book's about dying and endings, and it's a book of primordial law. It's not how or why, but the is. Everything is just a matter of when it does, and I told you to stop reading the book.
But I need to keep my friends safe.
Put the book down, we got an adventure to do.
Fine.
So that's where we're at.
Opens it again.
So that's where we're at. Jet got a little bit of handling on his ghost powers, can kind of float and hover a little bit. And is totally not going down a concerning character path.
The secrets in this book are only beneficial, I assure you.
Vector, take that book from Jet. He can't stop us both.
Put the book in a bucket.
I feel like this is like a game of keep away at this point. It's just Vector and Dart tossing the book around, and Jet's trying to catch it in the middle.
Nope, Jet's going to store it inside himself.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We gotta reach really deep in that puppy. I'm an awful person, I know.
All right. So Would anyone that was not here like to ask some clarifying questions on what happened, or are we good to move on? I'm
'Cause-
going to...
Yeah, because pretty much what happened is we solved the puzzle. The zoroark came back, knocked Jet out of phase, and basically forced him to learn how to float, and then pretty much set up a lawn chair and a nice hot beverage to watch the shenanigans as I think probably that one sketch from Rdyjin explains everything.
I thought we broke the puzzle.
Oh, you guys did break the puzzle, but I mean, you solved it in a different way.
I solved it the right way. The special way.
So we're kind of like outside the rooms now in like the main area of the ship with a lot of the illusions dispelled, if I recall correctly.
Oh, Rdyjin
Yeah,
brought
and
it
we
up
were
for
gonna...
Oh, there we
And we
go.
were gonna take them for an
you.
adventure in the runes.
Thank you,
church room.
Rdyjin.
All right. So, yes, you all are currently still inside of the ship itself, although all of the illusions have been removed, or revealing it as it actually is, which is very filled with rooms and cabins and other such things that you're able to see now. And yes, there is a cloaked, rather old, more salt than pepper zoroark just sitting there, very happily sipping on a hot beverage while watching effectively Adventurer Hero's First Temptation. He is offering you 3 gold bars to take him to the ruined church. And, escort him through, as he is obviously a defenseless old man.
With a stick that explodes doors.
and disrupts people's aura.
So yes, what would you like to do?
I guess the question is, sorry, before, I do want to ask as well, I would assume, is there anything, since I don't know what it's, words, wasn't there last session, I assume I was just kind of like sticking around with the group still, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Alright, sorry about that.
Yep. Everyone who was there in that session was mostly just, like, hanging around. So you're
We
still there.
needed water, and you weren't there.
I'm sorry. I had to Vector had to take a nap. It was a mandatory nap.
Look, Poke Studios rules are very, very strict.
Mhm.
Well, we did accept the quest for 2 snacky golds and a gold bar that's not a snacky.
Ooh. Big shiny, right? Big shiny.
Very big shiny.
Big shiny to get more buckets.
Oh, Vector, there's a giant bowl back there that's like a bucket if it's on your head, but it's heavy.
Hmm. Is it like what's like? Do I like? Do you know do you know what it was made of?
I do not. I just know it was very heavy.
Oh, well, I don't think if it's so heavy, I can't really fly with it. And I don't think it will be good for wearing too.
I tried.
Oh,
just
well.
just so you know, the thing is like a 10-gallon cauldron.
Gotcha. No, that yeah. Yeah, no, there's no way. Very big. Big, big, big.
But we need to take them to the ruins at the church so we can find the shiny.
Oh, yes. Oh, wait. Which church? Victor's like kind of like kind of like fumble through his like notes. It's like flipping. Is it the one that's up in the outside of the boat and in the town, I believe?
No. The broken down one that we found in the woods with runes under it.
Oh, okay, that one. Gotcha. Yeah, you've been trying to be too hard. Huh. But yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot to ask. He's gonna like kind of walk up towards the zoroark. I don't think I got your name. I'm sorry. My name's Hector. What's yours?
Ah, well, you didn't get my name because I never introduced myself.
Oh. Uh. Huh.
Amos kind
Uh.
of butts in. Would you mind doing that then?
And he takes a drink, looking thoughtful, and he just goes, "Okay, sure, but I did choose this name quite a while ago, and I'm very attached to it. But it might not fit me the best anymore. But my name is Grim, with 2 M's.
With
What
two.
if I'm going to be a dark type in a new world? I can have a fun name."
Fair.
I'm Argus. I do things. I build things. And unlock doors with magnetism.
He's just gonna look over to the door that he, effectively encouraged you to shatter. Yes, unlock.
Well, the other ones I unlocked without breaking them, but you did say I could.
What? The door isn't locked anymore.
Exactly.
Then again, I don't remember if that's one that I locked or not. Oh well, it doesn't matter now.
Oops.
After all, you literally never checked to see if it was actually locked or not.
Did not. Oopsie daisies.
And he's just gonna take another sip of his drink.
Mhm.
Another additional question. What's your interest in this potentially abandoned ruin?
Let me put it this way. What appears to be a new group of awakened show up, and they tell stories of a cult that's, effectively threatening entire towns and potentially the stability of the world itself, or whatever they're trying to do. They're a cult. It's likely not good. And then they happen to, in the middle of effectively nowhere, they managed to find an abandoned and ruined church that potentially holds the secret key to why this area is important towards the cult. And you expect me to not want to see it?
He has a point.
Fair, but you're paying us to take you.
Yes.
Well, he already offered 3 gold.
Yes, and I'm very interested in getting that gold. It is the only reason I'm agreeing to take Grandpa with us.
I would not have used that choice of words, Abos.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that it's a single gold bar that we're going to
3
need to
gold
split
bars.
between us. Well, yes,
No,
but the other 2 are not.
are for snackies.
Yeah, yes.
I say we do it.
Dart's gonna say, look, I just don't want to accidentally lead the cult to the place we're trying to investigate.
Though, if I would assume this would be, if we do, it might be a race against time, I suppose. So we also do need to make sure if we do this, we better make it quick.
Wait, can't we ask Mr. Ogai to just illusion us so we're like invisible like his rooms were so that the cult can't see us go in? If you'd be willing to do that, Mr. Grimm, with 2 M's.
Well, I very much so could. But it's also likely to be more interesting if I don't.
Duke.
So, give me a reason to. Because I'm fairly sure that if I don't, somehow, some way, someone will show up and see you enter and then follow in behind, and all sorts of drama will ensue.
Hey, you guys told him about the part of this weird cult, and they have like weird monsters that like we saw like rip a Pokemon in half. You told him about that, right?
We did not yet.
Well, then it's a good thing I have so many strapping young adventurers here to protect a defenseless old man like myself.
What's a good reason? He likes fun. But
I
he
don't
thinks
think getting
scary
ripped in
is
half
fun.
is fun.
He thinks scary is fun. I mean, if we go invisible and the cult's already there, we can surprise them from behind and scare them. And that would be scary, which is equal to fun. And also we can make people bonk into walls.
Yeah, we can delete the cult members.
Hmm. I don't know if you're the kind of person who likes to fight. I guess it's a reason to fight with us. I don't know.
No, we're supposed to escort him.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't know. It seems like you're just there for fun, right? From
He's
what I'm
there. He's there to like watch a show.
hmm.
How about this? Let's start getting on our way because we have to stop by the village first on our way,
Mhm.
and we can think of and if we think of a valid reason on the way, then we can say it. But we aren't, if there is a sense of urgency to investigate, then we probably should make haste.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I agree. I guess a reason could be you could sneak up on those alabaster gleam if they're there and stick them into barrels like the ones that we found Vector pop out of.
Barrel stuffing is
we-
only fun if you have a ready trebuchet to launch them out.
Well, yeah, you'd want to launch them. We want to make them explode like all those other Pokemon we saw explode.
can launch people.
Don't remind
Maybe
me,
not.
Amos, don't remind me.
I can launch people.
Okay. Can we back up a bit? I think I somehow missed why we're needing an excuse for something here.
Oh, because he said he could illusion all of you to make you invisible as you go in, but it'd be more fun if you got discovered, so convince him otherwise.
Ah, okay.
So
Carry
they're
on.
discussing how to convince the old guy to use illusion when you guys are walking in.
Amos just wants to explode Alabaster Gleam.
I can launch people. We just need barrels.
Well, yes, but it's just not the same if it's not out of a trebuchet.
I mean, Argus, he likes to build things. Argus can build a trebuchet.
If you tell me what a trebuchet is, I can build it.
It's a big thing that launches things.
Argus starts scribbling in his notebook.
I'm sure that whatever he comes up with will be very safe and stable to use.
Shall we?
I bet.
You've yet to see my polgos.
Well, I mean, since we're, I mean, I would say first, I would agree with Dart here. We'll probably start making our way up, I guess. I mean, also that, I don't know. It's like, I don't know about this ship though. It feels weird.
What, do you not like my ship?
No, it's a great ship, but you know, just I don't know. I want to, in fact, just like kind of like shyly, just like kind of like scratching on the wood on the floors. It's like, but I would like to be outside where it's a little bit more fresh. You know, that's a little bit more fresh air.
It's gonna squint at you and go, flying type.
Mhm. Vector nods. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a Vector's like blushing. He's like stumbling his words, trying not trying to be rude.
Alright, well, he's just still sitting there drinking his drink, and he's just gonna make a shooing motion there to go, alright then, I'll meet you up there.
Mhm. Vector's like wagging his tail.
I guess we go head out.
Mhm.
And I guess the old man's going to teleport up there?
Well, is anyone staying behind with him, or are y'all leaving?
I think we're all even.
Alright. As you get to the top deck and get to the door, which was closed, you open it, and sitting on the opposite side of the door is the Zoroark. But if you look behind you, you still see him behind you as well.
But
Huh?
did you ever actually come down, or twins?
You feel a small tapping on the top of your head as both of those fade away, and a third one shows up.
Yep.
He is giving a very big grin.
Magic stick? Guys, after this, can we go to a mountain to get a good stick?
You must find those in the woods.
No. You get the best stick by going to the top of every mountain in every plane, he said.
Oh, you can have fun climbing a mountain then.
Well, it has to be the tallest mountain that still has trees at the top.
Yeah.
But I suppose I've had my fun here, so let's get going.
Victor kind of nods and he's tippy-tapping his way up.
All
Yes,
right.
let's
Already
go.
doing the tippy tappies.
Are any of you doing anything along the way, or are you just heading straight back to the town?
I think we're heading to the town. I don't know if we have anything to do on the way. Though I am watching him walk with the stick and taking precarious notes of his magic super stick.
He is walking with it as a cane.
It is a superior stick of stickiness.
Jet, for the record, is going to be hovering along with everybody, practicing, making sure he's got it, etc., etc.
Nice. Understandable. All right. Well, in that case, I will say that, yeah, you all can quite easily get back to town. You will notice that there is less people here than you're used to, but that might also just be because a bunch of people left to go try and work on the farm.
Which means it's working!
Hey, what's up?
I like it when stuff works well. Is the war turtle around so we can let him know that we're going to try out looking at runes things?
Currently no, but you kind of suspect that if he's going to be anywhere, it's probably going to be at the farm.
We can
Thankfully,
show
he's
Grim
along
with
the way.
We can show Grim with 2 M's all our hard work that we did the awesome thing.
Grim, for his part, is just being chilling as he's just walking with you guys.
Oh no, he's
Just-
becoming
you
ice
did it.
type.
He's just vibing.
Just like do they have like a swag walk or something like that? Or
Oh no, this is like old man cane walk. Somehow just keeping up with you guys the entire way, no matter how fast you move. And he's
Is it-
just got a very placid look on his face as he's just mostly chilling as he goes along with you guys.
Also
Every
being
once in a-
extremely dapper.
Every once in a while, Argus will poke him to make sure it's actually him and not an illusion.
As far as you could tell, every time you poke him, it is just him.
It must be the stick.
Occasionally, he'll pull out a fresh hot drink from somewhere and just be sipping it.
My god. He's got infinite dinks.
I wonder what they're drinking. I'm curious. Hector's gotta kind of like trying to walk alongside with Grim. He's gonna ask. So I do want to ask, what are you drinking? Very curious.
Oh, that is pretty easy. I'm an insomniac, so I just constantly drink coffee to feel refreshed.
What's coffee?
Oh, sure, here, have some. This'll go great.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm going to drink it.
Oh no!
Vector,
Wait, did
You-
he said
you-
he has coffee?
you have achieved very strong coffee.
Yes.
And as he hands it to you, he literally says, "Oh, sure, this'll go great."
Tippy tappy overload!
Okay, I'm just imagining the time
just-
slowing down, the sunbeams shining on Vector. You just hear a choir of angels as Vector takes the first sip.
Yeah.
Oh wait, don't give that one coffee.
Too late. Victor starts drinking the coffee.
Like I said, it'll be fine. And by fine, I mean fun and interesting.
Oh my
Well,
god.
it sure is gonna be interesting.
Vector, after I'm gonna I'm gonna take a few sips. What happens? Do I need to roll anything or?
Well, this is a rather strong coffee, so sure, give me a body integrity check.
If you roll poorly, you spontaneously combust.
What?
What was it?
A body and integrity, whatever expertise is up to you.
Okay, body and integrity.
One thing we are doing now, though, is when we do a roll and you put the number at the end, also include what expertise you used, because that could affect your results or the DC.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. Integrity. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. There we go. 8, 9. All right. I'm keeping that one. Or keeping that one.
Alright, so that's what, 4?
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's gonna take a little while for me to try to find. I'm trying to find that macro.
It should be under Fantasy Grounds explanation, I believe, just above
Yep.
Starlight.
That is correct. Fantasy Grounds explanation.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That'll just roll everything and total it automatically for you.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
All right. But are you gonna stick with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, we're just gonna take it naturally.
All right. In that case, with a 4, this you can tell just by taste is a very, very strong drink. This is the kind of like coffee that someone that has been drinking coffee their entire life would drink in order to feel energy. You are not a habitual caffeine user, which means that any hint or even scrap of exhaustion just quickly starts to leave your body as you are almost suffused with energy.
It kind of like freezes for a bit after drinking some. He's just like letting that some of the coffee just drip from his mouth, and it's like his pupils. I don't want to say like dilate like crazy amount, but you can see it's like a little bit. It's like I like this. I like this a lot, and I must run. And he's gonna start running.
How
there it is.
does it taste, Vector?
It tastes pretty good. I feel like it's just like how Vector hears it. It's just like, oh, it's actually really good. I feel I have a lot of energy all of a sudden. But for the group, it's like it feels really great. I'm going really fast. I feel like I could go anywhere I want. I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna run now. Okay. All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
We should have given him some of that when you went to get help.
He's right. Like Vector's just going like you just see Vector just dashing, dashing in front of the group. And running back, and then circling back, going ahead of the group.
Amos is his face pawn.
Jet's gonna look over at Grim. Is there a downside to this that we need to be aware of?
Oh, for the coffee?
Yes.
Oh, only if he starts drinking a bunch of it.
Oh, okay. So he's just gonna be like this for a while, then back to his normal self afterwards?
He might be tired after.
Tired?
Well, right now, he's not really going to be feeling any of the fatigue. And he's going to be sprinting around. And then, when it wears off, he's going to get all of whatever level of tiredness he had before, plus the tiredness that he would have by sprinting around like this.
Oh. So he's going to crash.
That is one way of putting it, yes.
He's gonna hit a tree?
At
No,
this
he's
point,
gonna need nap time.
at this point,
Ah.
at this point, you just see Vector just flying right above everyone. It's like flying above everyone, running back and like in front of the group, flying backwards, back past the group, and do a little laps around the group, and
God.
then very excited tippy tappies.
I'm a
And he's-
little. You continue. Sorry.
No, it's like I love this. Whatever this, what was it? Coffee, right?
That
Coffee.
is what it's called, yes.
You have to tell me where you get these. You must tell me. Please.
Oh, okay,
Um,
so
This is sounding like an addiction. I don't think we should give him more.
well, you see, it's very simple. All you need to do is do what I did. Which is effectively find a bag that's a little pocket dimension and keep a bag of it on you at all times.
But where do we get more to fill the bag with?
But
Well, you could try asking around on this continent or go to one of the many others that are available to you.
When we get back to Iron Valley, we need to ask for coffee for Vector.
I want coffee.
If he zooms around enough, maybe he can lift me.
I feel like the smell of the coffee would like awaken like a little bit of a memory in Amos where he just like, "Oh, I remember this smell from somewhere." Since Amos having human Amos being from New York, the smell of coffee is just he
What?
knows this substance and he needs it now.
What's in New York?
You could always
What's
ask
a,
him.
what's a
Why is-
York?
and why is
there's
it
a
new?
York.
Yeah, and why is it new?
What happened to the original York?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Even though New York was once
Amos just kind of like follows the scent of the coffee and does like gives him a slight poke. Hey, you got any more of that stuff?
I just talked about how I effectively have an infinite bag of it, yes.
Vector,
Yeah, I would like a little bit of that.
Vector immediately like a cartoon like zoops in and sits and he's just giving puppy eyes.
No, no Vector, no more.
No, but if, I'm gonna show puppy eyes to Deimos.
No, don't look at me like that.
I do it more, and I try to tear up a little bit.
I mean, you can't deny Amos.
No.
Those are some pretty effective eyes. As Dart continues scribbling down notes.
Dart, make him stop.
Look, do I look like I could stop Vector if I wanted to?
I start. I try. I don't.
Amos like puts his like paw on like Vector's face, trying to like push his big-eyed face away from him.
I push forward. I advance.
Amos just continues trying to push him away while waiting for his own cup of coffee.
want to? Hold on, I need to ask. Taldarius, can we roll for this? Can we? Is there rules to roll for this?
Oh, for you guys like effectively having like the most like.
This is
How do I even describe this?
Can I? This is up to you. This is up to you as well, Amos, as well. If you're okay with this too.
Yeah.
All right. What are each of you precisely trying to do with this?
Amos is just trying to get Vector to stop doing whatever Vector is doing.
Stop
All
using
right.
those eyes. Stop using those eyes.
All right. So, in that case, Vector.
Yes.
The most appropriate skill that I can think of for this is you trying to do soul, charming, and presence.
Oh. Oh, that's tough. That's gonna be tough.
I think that is the most reasonable set of attribute expertise and skill to use here.
That's like my lowest stats. I just find it really, which I find it funny.
Do you disagree with the listed ones that I've put out?
I want to say, could I say for body? Because I'm trying to, and again, it's up to your ruling. But I'm going to say it's because it's more of a physical thing. I'm trying to be a physical. I'm trying to do it as like as a physical, you know, persuasion. You know what I mean? Like
He's physically
body
cartoonifying his
body language. I mean, again, totally up to your up to your ruling.
Social checks are generally supposed to be based off of soul, but this is kind of funny, so I'll let you use body this one time.
Okay.
Social in the future, though, social checks like this are supposed to be off of soul.
Okay.
Where's
Yeah.
that GM meme of the GM saying, "I'll allow it"?
So I guess I roll first on this.
Yep.
Watch me just get. Oh my
There
god!
it is.
Oh my gosh!
There it is.
Of course. So that's so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9? I think. Yeah, that's 9.
Yeah, it's 9.
That's 9.
There it is. Amos, from you, I'll let you use basically any attribute you particularly want. But for the skill, I'd say either insight or integrity.
Okie doke. Use integrity. All right.
All right, are you sticking with that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
The dice was spoken.
Amos, you are unable to stop Vector's puppy dog eyes from piercing in your direction. He looks so miserable at the thought of being denied coffee right now. You can see his eyes as they are just wide open in sadness. His normally, swishing tail drooped sadly.
Fine, you can have some more. But if you die, it's not my fault.
Victor he has like the biggest smile. His eyes is like shining in delight. He gives Amos Victor just gives like the biggest hug to Amos. He's like, "Oh, thank you. You have no idea how it means to me. It's like drinking the sky. That's what it feels like. It is like drinking straight from the sky."
I've never heard anyone describe coffee like that.
I do have one question though. Did Grandma with 2M's say you could have another one?
Hector slowly turns his head over. He slowly turns his head to Grim.
Grim's just in the middle of taking another drink.
Amos just like looks at this about to happen and just takes a big sip of his coffee.
Oh, so
All right,
Amos is drinking Grimm's coffee?
Because about to say, Grim hasn't handed out yours either yet.
Oh, I haven't gotten mine yet.
Yeah, no, because you were in the middle of asking for it when Vector showed up and did the puppy dog guys.
Oh yeah, Grim, can we have I guess now 2 cups of coffee?
Both for Vector.
No.
Jet is looking up from he was looking at the book when Amos said that mentioned dying. And he's just like, I've got a potential fix for the whole death thing.
If it's coming out of that book, no.
But it'll stop it. It'll fix it. I can fix all of you.
I don't know what it means by fix in that, if it's coming out of that thing.
It's okay. You'll be fine, my friend. I will keep
Someone
you
get that
alive.
fluffy thing away from Jet.
He's gonna pat Amos on the head and just go, "Oh, don't worry. I'm sure all of you will find something to be tempted over eventually."
For me, it's usually just money.
I guess Vector's is coffee.
Grim, you said you had an unlimited supply. Is that true?
Oh, it very much so is.
Would you be kind enough to share?
He's going to look down at the small puppy dog, raise one eyebrow, and just go, "Vector, I am not about to become your coffee dealer. However, I'll give you one more.
And
But you're going to have to start paying me for this."
How much?
Oh, Arceus.
The first hit's always free.
First hits free.
Can I have it like in a bottle? Victor's gonna look for a bottle. He's gonna look for an empty bottle.
Wait, doesn't that
Jotted-
one bottle that we got like basically have unlimited liquid for like one person a day?
Yes.
You know those anime like star eyes of ominous those ominous eyes. His ears perk up. Did you say that in character?
Hold water.
I don't remember what bottle you're talking about, but
It's the one that can that'll produce enough water to satiate one person a day.
Well, for Jet's part, he's just going to pull out some of the water skins or whatever they were, flasks, whatever. Cut combine two of them and hand over the empty one to Vector.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Don't worry, I can fix you.
Oh no.
Vector does not care at this point. He just wants something to hold his coffee, his beautiful,
Jet
beautiful
has become
coffee.
an enabler because he knows he can fix anything that he does.
Vector's just like, can you put the coffee in this? He said it was free. I'm so sorry, Grim.
Vector.
Normally, I'm not like this.
Grim with
Vector.
two M's.
I want you to know right now that I will do this for you exactly once, and every time after this, you'll have to pay an exorbitant fee.
Aww.
You are asking me because hold on real quick. You gave him one of the water skins you got, right?
Yes. Specifically, it is not the big one.
Okay, I was about to say, did you give him the gallon water skin?
Oh, I was about to say.
Oh my god,
no.
Jet. You should make it the gallon water skin.
I
Oh, no.
expected it was the small
So-
one, but
We
Oh no, Vector drinking his weight in coffee.
So Jet has a half-gallon water skin. He handed over one of the quarter
Oh, the
quarter gallon.
Got it.
again, I'm sorry, Grim. I'm not like this, but this is.
Normally he just tippy tappies in slow motion, but now it's like I can't see his tippy tappies. I just see blur.
Is this how I accidentally learned double team?
I still don't know because, like, you know, a quarter gallon is almost effectively, it's a little bit less than a liter. So this is still handing a puppy the size of Vector a liter of coffee.
I promise I'll be careful with it. I only drink I'll drink very little amounts.
As he drinks all of it. The second he gets it.
Again, what you do with it is not my concern. I'm just letting you know that I'm not exactly about to be a coffee dealer. So, if you want more coffee, you're going to have to pay me for it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And I don't have one of these ready, so and I'm not about to pour it off. So, oh well. He's just gonna like take off his cloak to reveal he actually has on extremely fancy clothes underneath his very rough looking brown like full body cloak.
Is it
And
like
just reaches into like a very expensive looking bag with the water skin, and then pulls it out as it's now filled with coffee, and he puts back on his cloak.
But that's so cool.
So he's got a magic stick and a magic robes, and you have a lot of magic.
Vector is very intrigued.
Just from the looks of the clothes he had on underneath his very rugged cloak, he looks fucking loaded. He looks like he has so much money.
Well, yeah, he's giving us gold.
Yeah,
3 gold.
He's literally giving
Money.
3 gold bars. And that was
Money.
his idea of like, yeah, sure, this is acceptable for a small, new adventuring party.
Again, thank you.
Amos is still asking for where his cup of coffee is.
Yeah, he'll just hand over a normal cup of coffee for Amos. It is the same strength. So
Good.
this is like very high strength coffee. Decide the effects of that on your own.
Yeah, well, Amos, he takes a sip, he just lets out a sigh. Just as I remember it. there's no further effect. It's just it, it just does no additive effect on Amos. Besides, he feels a little less tired now.
So I need to know how much was that in coffee?
You've just gained a liter of coffee.
Yes. Okay. Thank you,
It-
Chad.
It's a quarter gallon of coffee, which is combined with the drink you had before, definitely more, but it's around a liter of coffee.
Victor's gonna do a little like nod, say, "Think he's not gonna forget his manners. He's gonna very calmly say, "Thank you, thank
And then he
you."
is vanished off into the distance, and there is
I promise I won't
one of those
drink too much.
smoke outlines of him.
You sure it's not like a thing?
I think it's more or less.
No,
It's
no.
more or less of like.
It
Go ahead,
to
go ahead.
him, he's going, thank you, thank you. To us, it's thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much for the coffee.
He sounds like a mosquito. He's like,
He doesn't realize it. And then he's like, I feel like he's like tippy tapping but really fast. It's like 1.5 speed of a normal tippy taps.
One thing that you might notice very quickly, provided you don't just drink it all immediately, is that the coffee is not cooling down.
Oh,
It
it's
is a
still
steady
hot.
temperature.
Oh. That is one good cup of coffee.
This man is hyper rich. He is not going to skimp on his infinite coffee.
Not gonna lie, valid. Valid.
He went through the trouble of finding a way to get infinite coffee. He isn't going to get infinite mediocre coffee.
Yeah. Understandable.
That is valid.
But yeah, are you guys just going to the farm now, or?
yeah, we should probably go tell the war turtle we're going to search the ruins now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract the party.
Oh no,
with
this was hilarious.
Oh, it was fun, and it might give us a reason to for him to make us invisible, because an invisible vector zooming around at high speed would bump into a lot of walls and be funny.
Just imagine it's just so we're just gonna be playing a game of pinball with the cultists. Got it.
A game of pinball with the puppy.
Yeah, and I'm the ball.
Why
Mr.
would
Grimm was
Vector
doing
being
pinball, right?
invisible make it so he couldn't see walls?
No, we're just gonna follow flash logic. Vectors vibrating so much that he just phases through.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! I have achieved transcendence.
Enlightenment.
True enlightenment, like it's God T-posing. God, I'm imagining T-posing Vector. Just, you can't see the running animation. You just see the T-posing just zooming around.
Puppy, 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 rockruff, rockruff.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Vector is very, 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 very pleased. We will make sure this mission is a success. There is no failure.
There is no failure in this house.
Exactly.
There is only coffee.
There is
A
only
lot of
coffee. Exactly. For the beans.
So let's go to the war turtle before he drinks that liter.
Bro. All right. So As you approach the farm, you do see that there is a fair amount of people there. Not enough to be, like, explain everyone that was missing, but this is a good amount of people here. And you will very quickly be able to see that the war turtle is basically sitting underneath a tree on one of the slightly raised, like, hill areas as he sees people, like, start at least attempting to get to work on the farm.
I hope the farm's working out okay. Not, I'll have to make adjustments.
It looks like they're doing something.
So you guys gonna approach him, or?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I was just kind of waiting for you guys to decide to do something once.
Yeah, I was
described
on
the scene. I was just like, well,
We're just gonna sit there and stare at him from afar, sipping coffee.
Jet's still just floating along, reading his book.
understandable.
Jet should probably not be reading that book.
Jet, at this point, you're getting to a rather interesting section that's describing the process of how to reanimate a dead body.
He's just going to quietly, quietly to him, but probably very loud for everybody else, just mumble to himself, I knew I could fix it. I could fix everyone.
Uh-oh.
You started
guess-
to remind me of that, like, one girl from the Walking Dead episode, The Grove. Like the cursed
I
episode.
have no idea who that is or the reference at all.
Should I explain it?
Let's go ahead and keep it moving, I think.
And another time.
All right. So, I assume you guys are just walking up to Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you guys a small wave, and then with the eloquence of a sledgehammer, just go, "Hey, who's the geezer?"
He's the guy who owns the boat. We've got a mission to take him to the ruins.
He's gonna look around, like a little bit confused, and just go, "Weren't you there to like raid his boat?"
We did.
He's giving you the biggest confused look.
we found him.
Well, actually, I think he found us more.
Oh, yeah. But now he's with us, and well, sorry, Victor's like having a moment because he's like trying to process. Yeah, no. So essentially, we're going to be also helping them as well. Since they need to get to the church, Victor just kind of turns towards Argus, right?
The
ruins?
church ruins.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently he wants to go over there, and so we're just going to be also helping him out as well. But other than that, how's everything on your front?
Oh, well, it's a little bit weird because the ground's still all soaked and flooded mostly. But
Sorry.
they're trying to like get at least something going, or at least try to figure out if the you said there was salt there, right?
Yeah.
If the salt was gone.
It should be gone.
Or rather enough to wash out most of the salt. At least it'll be workable. I mean, how long has it been actually since how long it actually has it been since we've been flooding this?
It's like the next day, basically.
I think we should be good. I think that should be enough. What do you guys think? I think because it's only been like a day. I mean, a day's worth of, especially like what are we like from like the river nearby as well. I mean, it is a lot of water, and I don't think they wouldn't salt it that much, would they?
No. Remember, Dirt was able to find all the salt chunks, and it was just in like big chunks, like they stamped it in the ground. Cause they're dumb.
It's still the floodgates are still open, right? It's still flooded, right?
Well, we've just followed it for a little bit.
I guess what we can do is that we can start damming it up, I guess. Stop the flow, and we could do a quick check to see if it's ready. If not, well, we did show you how to flow it, how to how to flood it again.
Oh yeah.
So I think I think a day's worth should be fine. I mean, it is covering a lot of water, but I don't know how long it will take for the water to stop. We'll definitely have to take some time to let it drain out and see if it's workable. Dart, do you think you'll be able to use your ground sense even on more like I guess damp conditions?
I mean, it'd be a bit more difficult, but I could certainly give it a try.
Because I don't know. Because I don't want to. I don't. I'm more concerned about over flooding the water because we don't want to lose all the nutrients on it.
I know that's valid, but
Well,
I concur that probably the rinse is good enough, but I can try using my tremor sense.
Would it help even better if I know that I assume like the farm it's like the farm is still like flooded, right? Like it's still like
Oh yeah.
you know
It's
you know
like
how high is
it's
it?
like not quite, but like almost imagine like rice paddy kind of.
Rice paddy levels. Okay. Hmm. He just kind of like he looks at the flooded field and he looks towards Dart and he's like I mean it's up to you if you want to I don't mind helping out draining out the water if it helps but
I reckon anything that's still detectable will probably pick up regardless. So
hmm.
Dart's gonna just try feeling the ground.
Would it help if I were to like maybe like tap it or go in the patty itself to kind of like have you send like I'm over like there's like
I
kind
got
of
it.
okay like just like it's kind of give like a little chuckle.
So may I do,
Alright,
may I do a roll, Taldarius?
You may. This would either be perception or investigation, depending on whichever you feel.
I'll do perception.
All right. Ain't logic.
Just jumping off of Dart's comment about, like, hey, anything that's still detectable there should probably just pick up regardless of the mud.
Yeah, considering that the dirt being there in the first place wasn't really a problem for you, it being mud probably shouldn't be too much of a problem. And you quickly find out that it's not. It does feel different, and you're able to, pretty easily find that there's still, like, some pockets around, but the vast majority of it has very quickly been washed away. Of course, now there's the slight problem of some of it is now just settled near the top as more like sediment kind of stuff, but if it gets flooded another time or two, maybe it'll probably just be perfectly fine and all of that'll get washed away. But basically, there's not much point trying to work it right now. The vast majority of it's gone. Some of it's now up at the top, and just an occasional extra flooding over the next day or two should probably fix things.
Yeah, Dart's just going to feel it up and realize, well, from what I had before, it feels like we got most of it. Probably nothing worth looking at now, but maybe another day or two, maybe give it another rinse.
Are you telling that to Jonathan, or is it just you
Whichever one.
mentioning that to yourself?
Whichever one.
All right. So it's probably best if you pull that to Jonathan. So, Jonathan will just nod a couple of times and go, "Okay, that's pretty useful to find out." I wasn't particularly. I didn't think we'd have to flood it multiple times, but okay. Not really a problem, just more surprising.
Probably for best results, I'd reckon.
Well, thanks for your help with it. I was about ready to tell him to start planning things again.
So now we need to go to the rooms.
Let's go check out the that abandoned building.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you said that it's only going to take a little bit of time, right, or a little bit more time, right? So I'm sure by the time that we get back, it'll be ready for rinsing. Like their nods.
Oh, Jonathan, we'll check in a little bit.
All right, he'll give you a small little wave. He is obviously still fairly injured. Has a bunch of bandages around. Again, most of it's gone, but he is still at 1 wound. So. Just because it's been a little bit like IRL since you've seen Jonathan, I figured I'd remind you.
That's why he's laying on the tree.
Yep. He's not supposed to be moving.
Even though he's moved a lot.
Yeah. He's
mean-
not supposed to be moving.
Are they by themselves? Actually?
Technically speaking, right now, yes, but there's like, all the workers around, and you suspect that Susanna might be around somewhere, but you haven't seen her.
Okay.
She's just higher up in the tree, hidden by the leaves, watching.
Unironically, she actually is.
Just squinting its suspicion.
She actually has a little pair of binoculars. Like, not that any of you can see her right now, but...
I figured.
Because Jonathan basically said, basically take a break. I don't want to see you for, like, the next few hours. So she nodded and made sure she wouldn't be seen.
No. Dedication. That is dedication right there.
She's
So,
good at her job.
not that you can see her, but unironically, she is actually in the trees.
I'm not surprised by this.
Good, you shouldn't be.
Mhm.
You've met Susanna.
I have Susanna's sunglasses.
You do. Alrighty, right. I do want to ask, because it is a little bit past time, do we want to do our break?
Yeah, let's do a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get to the runes. One day.
Eventually.
One day.
I mean, aren't you guys going there, like, literally right after this anyway? You guys are getting to the ruins after the break.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But I'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Alright. I am gonna go grab something too.
Meow, meow, meow.
Duke.
Duke.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
This entire time I've been like contemplating like Dart has questions. When is the appropriate time for Dart to ask questions?
When Dart gets coffee, that's when.
Oh, Dart wants tea. Dart's not had tea, but the little voice in the back of his mind says, "You need to have a cup of tea."
I say give Dart coffee. Watch him go zoomy.
I think Dart would just melt.
Just imagine, if we give you coffee, you don't have to worry about swimming anymore. You can just run on the water.
I was actually thinking Lofi and study with Dart.
Oh my goodness, yes. Dart lo-fi.
Dart Lo-Fi, let's go.
What?
For those who don't know, so lo-fi is like more like is essentially like quote unquote it's like cassette tapes, like how like the quality of cassette tapes a little bit scratchy, but it often is associated with like very chill music, very relaxing.
Yeah.
So I'm just imagining. So essentially, that's what lo-fi really is. Like lo-fi is like chill music. It's meant to relax. It's enjoyable, slow. It's not like jazz per se, but it's essentially when you look up, just type in lo-fi, you'll know.
It's
Oh
got a
my
different,
god.
very different vibe. I use it all the time. It is really good for helping with focus.
Yeah, low fidelity. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And also that. Oh my gosh. So okay, so we have lo-fi dart. Do we have hi-fi vector?
My goodness, Vector and Hi-Fi Rush.
Just energetic,
Alright, I'm
energetic
back.
workout music.
And I
Welcome
guess
back.
Jet's just here.
Oh.
There is mid-fi, actually. I think there is such a thing as mid-fi.
I've never heard of it.
Actually, let me do a look up here. Mid-fi. Oh, apparently there is a thing for mid-fi. Refers to. See, describes casual listening. So very casual. And then hi-fi. Actually, I am learning new things right now. Okay, so I see. It's also okay. Interesting. So there is a bit of a yeah. I'll have to look into this more, but this is very intriguing. death, death step or death metal. Now I'm just imagining. Actually, funny enough, there is such thing as death coffee, by the way, which I immediately was like, I just like was like thinking like, oh, I wonder what kind of coffee would Jet drink, and immediately think death coffee, which is just high caffeine coffee. That's what it really is.
Gotta keep him alive.
You're no longer a water type, you're a coffee type.
I am now a coffee type. Death Wish, thank you. I know. Okay, it's late. I was like, I know. It's like, it starts with that, but it's like, yeah, Death Wish, thank you. Death Wish coffee.
Yay, the chunk sable.
Hmm.
Look at the boy. He's so big and floofy.
Are we missing anyone right now, by the way?
I think we're waiting for Warney, I think.
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, they're
Okay.
here? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think everyone's here then.
Cool. I'll just do a quick round off then. Just heard from Amos, so Argus,
I'm here.
Dart.
Science.
All right, and I know everyone else is here, so
We're missing
good to
the
continue.
sane jet.
Oh, that hasn't existed for a while.
What was
Okay,
that?
fair.
Said
I
they're
said
missing
we're-
a sane jet.
Ah,
So that hasn't existed for a while. But yes, we are good to go whenever. And by whenever, I mean right now.
So we go to the ruins.
Yep.
To
You're
the-
going to the church, chapel, whatever you want to call it.
I don't want to go to church.
All right. Before you leave the farm, would you like to try and convince the Zoroark to make you all invisible?
Yes. I just don't know how yet. If you make us invisible, we'll buy more coffee?
He's just gonna point at Vector.
Sorry.
Well, the difference is we'll buy it.
Oh no, he'll be buying it in the future too. I'm just saying, you think you're going to stop him from buying my coffee?
We'll help fix your ship.
Argus, that is a really, really tall ask. Do you know how to fix a ship?
I can learn. I'm good at fixing things. I can at least build a house on it. A house
I
frame.
was about to ask if you had any experience as a shipwright.
I have experience as a house maker.
Okay, well, in that case, you could certainly offer that to me, but you currently have no means by which to actually follow through. I mean, I certainly don't know how to fix a boat.
I'm sure we could figure it out.
If I could figure out how to fix my boat, I just would have fixed it by now.
You just don't have the tools. I got all the tools. And Argus is going to pull out his hammer.
I guarantee you, I have far more tools than you will ever have.
I was gonna say, I'm waiting for him to either illusion up a huge toolbox or actually just pull one out of his robe, cloak, whatever.
It's like a robe cloak mix thing. It's you know, like that nondescript full
pajamas.
body. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just out in his PJs.
He's just staring at Arcus over this, just like thinking to himself, did he not just see me did he not see what I was wearing? Was he not paying attention? He might not have been.
I was not. I was watching his stick.
So I will say, you promising to fix my boat is certainly the most tempting by far. It's just that I don't particularly think you can follow through right now.
Oh.
Yeah, especially since he was using me to put the nails in.
Starts our nail gun.
Dart's just gonna like lower his head and just sigh.
Vector's just gonna pat on Dart's shoulder.
I will remind you, I will accept funny and or esoteric things as well.
We do have a badge from a different dimension.
Vector shows it.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I also have one of those.
that's not unfamiliar to me. At least the other dimensions part. Amos, which badge are you showing?
Which oh, is this just to the group, or is it who's this? Who's that orders?
Well, because I know that you guys had an alternate dimension Starlight badge. But
Oh yes, that was
curious as to
Yeah.
which, I'm
Either
curious as to
Dark or
which one Amos
Vector
is
have
showing.
it.
that was me. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
it.
I think Vector had it, yeah.
Yeah, I showed it.
But which one was Amos talking about?
Hmm?
I was asking which badge Amos was talking about. from another dimension.
The temporary guild badge I got for that was in what's that game called?
The one from Lost in Chaos.
Yeah.
Now that one he'll raise an eyebrow at and go, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
So you've seen these before?
Well, yes, I've hopped around dimensions.
Yeah, this was an interesting one I was flashed into for a little bit.
I'll make you all invisible if you give that to me.
It was kind of like pulls the badge closer to himself. He's like, I wasn't offering it.
Ah. I honestly, I didn't really care too much about the badge anyway. I just wanted to first see if you, the one that already admitted you were greedy, would give it up.
Yeah, I'm not giving it up.
I've got this thing, and Argus is going to pull out the snow globe he has kept this entire time.
And why are you offering me a snow globe?
It's a cool thing I found that I haven't seen anywhere else. It was in like this it was a place with a lot of sleeping Pokemon, and I had to be very sneaky.
Huh. Well, I guess it's been a while since I've seen a snow globe. Do I even have anyone? He's gonna start like patting his robe a bit, his cloak, and fish around for a little bit, and then go, oh, I guess I don't have any on me. Then again, I don't really make a habit out of carrying snow globes. Actually, yes, please, if you would give me that snow globe, I'll make you all invisible.
Okay. And Argus will hand over the snow globe.
Alright, he'll toss it up and down once or twice before nodding to himself and going, this would be a funny way to break someone's face.
Wouldn't it break first?
Oh my
Just
gosh.
like the paddle.
You
Oh God,
grim.
why does everything Argus cares about break?
It's okay.
Because he keeps giving them to Zoruas and Zoroarks.
They keep giving them to tricksters.
I do. I'm not very smart.
I mean, not that Argus has realized it, but this is someone who's already basically, like, shoveled complete bullshit in Argus's direction multiple times.
He has?
Yeah.
Argus knows none of this.
Yeah. He's just kind of made shit up on the spot for, like, half the stuff he's told Argus. Okay, what did you think was gonna happen with the whole climb to the tallest mountain of that still had trees on every single continent?
I
That was
thought
it,
that
that
was an actual quest.
No, he said he was just giving you a random fucking quest to do.
Argus still thinks it's a quest, and as a player, I thought that was a quest for Argus.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say, Tal, it's kind of not fair when you're pulling the wools over Argus because you also are pulling that over Aurum.
You know what? Fair.
But it's also funny, so keep doing it.
I mean, I wasn't gonna stop.
My poor baby's gonna be brokenhearted, and I won't even know.
But yeah, Argus should really stop giving things to dark-type tricksters. He's just gonna slip it into a pocket. To which it just like immediately disappears, showing no sign of its previous bulk.
Argus writes down in his notebook magic pockets.
And then he's going to go around to the group one by one, just kind of like lightly thwacking them on the head with a with his stick.
Wait, everyone?
Yeah, Jet's, well, first off, where is this?
I thought this would pretty much just be like right when you guys were like leaving the farm and like
Oh,
convincing him on the way, because you're heading towards the church now.
Jet was not following.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like, oh, we're stopping, okay. And he got into his book more. And is currently still floating about 20 feet off the ground back at the farm.
Uh-oh.
Nobody
pretty
actually
sure
told
one
him
of
that
us-
they were moving on.
oh, in that case, I guess people roll me not investigation, perception checks to notice that Jet wasn't following.
Oh no. Stat sheet. Perception. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I got an actual good amount. Oh, whoops. Oh!
Oh, you have a 1 there. So it's not a
Yeah.
fail.
It's not a botch.
All right. Would anyone else like to be rolling?
Just give me a second here.
I'm not gonna roll. Even if Amos did notice that Jet wasn't there, he probably wouldn't say anything still.
You just see what happened.
Yeah.
One second, almost there. We'll see if.
All right. Dart, you notice first. Would you like to do anything?
Dart's gonna pause, like, wait. Where's Jet?
I would assume at this point, like the coffee's like slowly starting to wear down. I assume.
Yeah,
Like, it's like,
because you
okay.
guys have had to. You've basically been walking for like.
Yeah.
A good
Okay,
while.
gotcha. Like Vector just kind of like starts kind of like looking around, maybe do like a quick head count in his head. Now that you mention it, Dart, yeah, I feel like we are seeing someone. It's
Do
like,
we
yeah.
send our Zoomy pup back to go grab him?
No, we're missing Jet. I mean, I guess I can make it quick since I am probably the fastest here.
And you have the Zoomies.
True, but Victor looks at the bag of coffee. I don't want to use it too much willy-nilly. As much as I love the drink, a little bit too much.
You can always buy more.
I'm not going to push myself. I am not going to push myself. As much of a burst of energy that was, I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to probably make my quick I guess I can make it quick here as well. Uh, do we know how long this would last, by any chance, Grim?
Oh, coffee?
No, the invisibility.
Oh, until I decide it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess
Oh.
I'll try to make it quick then.
Ah, so the moment we see an enemy and try to go sneak past it is when it's going to disappear.
It will disappear when he decides it's the funniest.
Oh.
If nothing happens that would make it funny, then, it'll just be there.
I did not think this through when I asked for invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Vector, you are currently not visible to anyone. That isn't, effectively like in the invisibility group, which Jet is not currently in.
Oh.
This becomes readily apparent as you realize that literally no one is looking at you in any way, even as you approach the farm.
I just gotta like stop. It's like, huh? How come isn't anyone? Oh. 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 TSE remembers. Right. I'm not visible. Um. Hmm. So you're just like kind of worried. He's like kind of look around. So where did we last? Where did we last left Jet? Where did he go? Can I go back to like the last known location that we were at?
If you wanna remember well, you could give me a lore check.
Okay. You know what? I'll just do this. 6. Yeah, I will do a lore check. That's. Oh.
Still a 2.
So too. I mean, you know what? I'll go with it. I'll follow what the dice says.
All right. With that, considering that this is pretty recent, although maybe not the thing you were focusing on the most, you do remember him being with the group up until you talked with Jonathan.
Oh, he's like, right. Okay, let's probably start there. He's gonna run back where Jonathan is. It's like
All right.
kind of like, yeah.
And given that that is where Jet floated to a stop, I'm assuming Jet would still be there?
Yep.
All right. You see a rather engrossed-looking Jet flipping through a book.
Mumbling to himself. What section is he on now? Still the
Roman academics.
reanimating? Oh, happily.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What? Oh, you thought you were supposed to roll it?
No. I just thought of something really funny.
Over the class.
Oh, I think we're gonna find out.
I think we're gonna find out because Vector's currently invisible.
Yeah.
He's kind of like stand, like Victor's still gonna stand there in kind of confusion. I'm wondering.
Willpower.
I saw that coming, yeah.
He wants the secrets. Oh, he really wants the secrets.
So what check is this?
Oh, this is to see what section he's in the book.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And how juicy the section is. This is a rather large book, after all.
I'm kind of like seeing like Jet like I assume that he's very entranced by this book, right?
I mean, considering the book just kind of rearranges itself and he's not really actually turning pages, it apparently just uploads to his brain directly.
Well, you still have to turn pages. It's just that
Oh.
the information is also rushing to meet you as you read.
Oh, okay. I guess I misunderstood last time, but yeah, okay. So yes, it's
basically,
very...
imagine for every page you read, you're actually reading like 10.
I guess the
Cool.
question is, does he have to physically hold it, or is it just floating there?
He is holding it, unless he picked up a telekinesis. I don't think he picked up telekinesis.
Not yet.
All right. In that case, yeah, he's holding it.
You know.
Also, are you sticking with that 8? You haven't actually put the total, so I didn't know if you were sticking with it. So I didn't know if you're gonna like vigor the 6s or do whatever.
I was really
all right.
actually. No, I'm sticking with it. 8's good.
Sticking with it? Cool. You have reached a rather interesting section. And this is a section called Right of the End. And it is detailing a rather complex and extremely esoteric ritual that calls upon the end to appear immediately for someone. Now, it is not as specific as it otherwise could be. As in, let's say you target one person, it might target them, or it might target someone around them. It is not exactly perfect, but unless they have some way to, protect against magic, they will just die.
He found command word kill.
So yeah, Vector, you're coming up to Jet, and he's just mumbling. So with this, I can just kill them. Alabaster.
Is the book
Alabaster
physical?
gleam.
Is the book physical? You know where this is going, Taldarius.
Oh, I knew where this was going to go as soon as you said something.
You know where this is going.
Look, I am but a simple vessel for storytelling.
Yep. But you know where this is going. Vector's just hearing all this, and he
end
clearly hear this.
the alabaster gleam entirely. They could just not be a problem anymore.
Vector just dead stop. He's like, okay. He's like, this is like internal thoughts. All right, that's enough. I think he had enough time with it. I'm going to grab the book, and I'm going to run towards the group.
All right, well, go ahead and roll me an athletics.
I'm assuming
Oh.
opposed here.
Yeah, but you're gonna have some increased difficulty with this because you literally don't know this is coming.
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, one of the only reasons you'll get to roll is literally just because I'm imagining that Jet just has an obsessed death grip on this thing right now.
Yeah.
He's gripping it with his palms.
I guess the question is this an easier difficulty or is this a harder difficulty?
It's a harder difficulty for him. For you, it's just normal.
Okay.
So you have an easier difficulty overall. It's just not changed from standard.
Right, it hasn't changed. Gotcha. It hasn't changed for me. Gotcha.
The obsession grip. Oh boy.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll. No. 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 No.
Take the book. Take the book.
I could use this. I think is it vigor or soul, right? So
It's
Vigor.
willpower. for
willpower. Yes.
re-rolling.
Yeah, willpower. Yes, I am using a willpower on this.
Make sure you gain 1 exhaustion.
Yep. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7.
I did not think he would have that tight of a death grip on it.
2.
Okay. Out of I think we need to kill Jet.
All right. All right. Well, Vector, even though Jet has no idea that you're there, after all, you do have quite the masterful invisibility around you right now. You suddenly find that despite getting a rather good grip on it and trying to, take it from Jet, Jet just has... effectively, you get the feeling that he is holding on to this book the same way that a drowning man would hold on to a lifeline. The book does not move from his grip.
Vector, slightly annoyed. He just yells at. He's just gonna yell. He's not next to it, but he's just gonna make it pretty loud so he could snap out of it. Jet.
Huh? What? Who?
Jet.
Who's there? Is the book? You can talk? As he's looking at the book.
Yes, it is the book. Look around. You notice your friends are not there? They went off to the church. You should
Oh, they left
probably
without
make
me? And he's
Thank
rushing off, closing the book and putting it away.
Vector just stands there watching this Jet, watching Jet just bolt. I'm like, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna need an intervention.
Okay, that's even better.
Okay. I feel like this intervention is going to be beating sense into Jet until he's within an inch of his afterlife.
You know what's actually really funny? This Jet needs a more of an intervention than Vector stopping his newfound coffee addiction.
How about this? We propose a trade. Hector gets the book, Jet gets coffee.
But Vector wants the coffee and Jet wants the book.
You buddies to avoid temptation.
You're just gonna trade for the thing they want with the other.
Anyways, though, Vector just gives a big sigh, and he's gonna chase after Jet.
I was not expecting Jet to roll that well.
I was not expecting that. I was thinking, oh, it would be really funny if I took the book and the book started running.
I was expecting that. I was expecting to roll terribly on this. And then the dice were just like, RNGesus, it's just like, no, this is his book.
Like I said, Jet is holding on to this like a drowning man might hold on to a lifeline.
Let us corrupt your puppy.
So I will say, giving the book a voice is, you know what? I'll take it.
Oh my god, you have to tell Grim with 2 M's about that because
Yes. Oh
he
yeah.
will love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm so chasing. Be like, it better hurry. Your friends are waiting for you.
So, quick question, Tal. Is Grim also invisible?
No.
Okay.
He said he'd make all of you invisible.
That's fine. An old man going into old ruins is fine.
Which does mean, effectively speaking, when you do show back up, Jet, you just see Grim just standing there alone, just like drinking coffee.
So yeah, he's just kind of floating along, and just he's looking for a group from somewhat high up. He flies past Grim and then stops, turns around, and is like, "Is that?" And he floats down. Grim? Where is everyone?
Would you like me to show you?
Wait,
I don't like the way you put that.
Grim,
You know what?
when you do
I've got
it,
my
make
book,
us
so
all
sure,
look like
go
us.
ahead.
Make us all look like each other.
Grim is just gonna go ahead and, in like a flash of movement, raise up his stick and then bonk Jet on the head with it. Making it so that way Jet can now see everyone around, as he too is now invisible. However, he's also now making everyone else look like they are rather ghostly.
You all died? Wait, I can fix this. It's okay, everybody. I can fix you all. Just let me go ahead and get the book out.
I'm gonna pellet shot Jet.
What?
You do not
We're
want
not
this kind of
dead.
fixing.
Reading the book again, weren't you?
And I'm just like walking behind. Yes.
What?
Just point.
When we are done exploring this ruin, we are having a chat. You are not reading that book anymore until we are finished going through, and exploring this ruin.
But we were just traveling, so I was just reading it on the way, and you
No
guys were
more
busy and stuff.
reading the book.
But I learned how I could end the alabaster gleam altogether.
But at what cost?
Did the book say any cost?
It is a rather complicated ritual that requires multiple reagents, but besides that, no listed cost. It did list that it does get more powerful and accurate the more people you sacrifice to it, but it's not a requirement. It's just, a bit of added insurance.
Okay, so no sacrifices are even required to use it in the first place?
No. Of course, if you want it to be remotely accurate, well, that's a different matter.
Well, there's no cost to it, aside from some random reagents. It is a bit of a complicated ritual, you see, but I do understand how to put it
we're
together.
not doing it.
But why?
I don't want to see where this leads. Hey, you remember those Pokemon back at that first house we stayed in all that time ago?
Oh yes, I know how to do that as well now, but that's beside the point.
Pellet
You see...
shotting Jet again.
Ow!
Did you forget how they literally almost tore that entire house apart to get to you, Jet?
Not at all, but with this, I could learn how to take control of those things from them.
The thing, you taking control of those is just as bad.
But there's also so many other secrets that I could find in this book. You see, I could learn how to...
Pellet shot Jet again.
Just... stop that. I could learn how to just disassemble
Are you listening
them
to yourself?
altogether.
Are you listening to yourself?
Yes.
Whatever you were reading in that book is clearly dangerous and far, far beyond what you can reasonably control. And I'm just going to state it for the record now, because I know your heart's in the right place. But I do not consent to using anything you have read in that book in the name of protecting me or doing anything, involving me from that book. That book is too dangerous to be playing with.
I'm
Also,
not
you shouldn't
playing
read books
with
in the
it.
runes.
Clearly playing with you.
You also shouldn't be reading it in the runes.
I haven't been reading it in the ruins. We're not even to them yet.
Yet. So we should go in. So put the book away.
It already is.
Oh. Good boy.
Anyways, let's probably return to the matter at hand. Or Paul in this case.
Indeed.
So, I assume that we are in the entrance of the ruins.
Yeah. Just as a reminder, you're basically in kind of like a ruined chapel, church kind of area.
Oh, okay. Well, we are here, and we have a mission, and well, as you can see, Grim was very, very kind enough to give us a little bit of invisibility. So, I
Like
would.
snow globes.
But I would say this would be a very good time for us to proceed here.
All right. There is exactly one very obvious way down, sequestered near the back. And there's a little bit of rubble on top of it, but you can see what clearly looks to be a sort of trap door on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, that's where we need to go. Argus is going to point. Is it a wood trapdoor, or is it a metal trapdoor?
You know how it looks like, when it's wooden, but it's got effectively strips of metal through it?
Yeah.
Act as reinforcement. It's basically one of those.
Can Argus dramatically open it with his magnetism, blast it up?
Well, go ahead and roll power on that.
Let's see. I've got a lot of power.
Jet's just gonna phase through it.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Did you forget to count the ones?
Oh. I did.
All right. With that, you can dramatically throw it open just after Jet just kind of phases through.
That could have been bad.
So Jet goes through the door, and then your magnetism activates and throws it open dramatically.
Yeah.
Jet, you are in what appears to be in a sort of dingy basement area. There's a fair amount of dust buildup, and now that the top door is far more open, it's very it's starting to stir a little bit again, especially with that dramatic movement. But interestingly enough, the area down here has been completely emptied of everything. There's nothing you see here.
So, outside, did Jet see any of those, the spirit lantern things?
You did not.
Okay.
You probably should have asked that before you went through the door.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, I'm asking now, so...
Yep. You do not see any of the lanterns there.
Well, he's gonna kinda look around a bit while he waits for everybody else to get in.
All right, go ahead and make me an investigation. Everyone else, you see a small, little cloud of dust, come up with the trap door as it gets flung open.
Archaeology specialty
Yes.
applied? Yes.
Argus will push someone else forward so they can go down first.
All right. Who is entering in first behind Jet?
Jet is also going to light his lantern.
Understandable. Any takers?
I'll go in first.
All right. Jet. You're using your phasing, rather aggressively to look around, right?
Not super aggressively, but he is being a bit more careful about it.
Yeah.
He is
When I say
using it
aggressively,
just-
I mean just trying to poke around and things to see if there's anything on the other side.
Yes.
Cool, good to know. Dart, as you go down, you see a Jet sort of going around trying to investigate the area. And as he reaches one corner, he does pretty much what he's been doing of stick in a paw carefully, try and feel around. Doesn't feel anything, moves a bit to the side, tries again, moves a bit to the side again. And then something clicks, and one of the stones that he was near sort of slides in, and part of the floor starts to open.
Mr. Grimm with two M's, I think they found an entrance.
A rather ominous one, too. This'll be fun.
You know, when you say it's fun, that scares me.
Oh,
No concern.
It'll be fine. Maybe.
Maybe.
Jet, you have successfully found what appears to be a pressure switch in the wall. Accidentally half triggering it, but...
Yeah, but there's now an opening, so he's just gonna drift down in there.
All right. Now, underneath of here is when things start to get really interesting. You all are paying pretty close attention to the walls in order to try and figure out if and when it starts turning into ruin brick. You've seen that conversion process midway before, and you've seen the end result as well. Which makes things doubly interesting because you are extremely sure that nothing around you right now is ruin brick at all. And yet underground, it quickly opens up to being a rather expansive room, held up by rather masterfully carved pillars, as what appears to be a partially broken mural covering the walls. Along down the path, and on the other side of this large expansive room, is what appears to be some sort of lectern. On a slightly raised dais.
Jet is gonna go over to the lectern and look around for anything of interest there.
All right. Go ahead and give me that investigation.
It's close enough to the end. I'll solve that one. Never mind, the
Are you
dice
sure
gods have
about
said it. They have spoken.
All right. Well, with that, it would still be enough to find it's sort of like half hidden as a drawer, but you're able to find it pretty quickly of what appears to be an inlaid box. It is very dusty.
Like the box is attached to the lectern?
So you know how you're able to basically do woodwork, so that way you're able to like slide one thing into another, but it looks flush,
Uh-huh.
or at least very close to it. It's basically like that, where it's not like quite like a drawer on wheels. It's more of just like this box was inlaid and like sort of half hidden.
Dick.
Hmm. He's gonna open it.
Ready, get me smile again.
Uh-oh.
All right. On the inside, you see what appears to be a kaleidoscope of color, as not a single bit of dust is on the inside of this piece. And you can clearly see that this is absolutely some of the or at least a section of the Guildmaster's gems.
He is going to close it again.
It closes with a soft thunk. As this is, you do notice that this box is actually rather masterfully crafted, because you're pretty sure that it just resealed the moment you closed it.
I'll let others
Everyone
do
else,
stuff
what are
too, you know.
I was about to say, what are you doing, everyone else?
So it's just like one large big rune room?
Yeah, it's like one very large room, but when I say large, like you should think like an expansive room, where like it needs pillars in order to hold up the ceiling because this is underground. And
Oh.
along the walls is like a very long but partially broken mural.
Ooh, can we look at the mural?
I
You
was also
can.
going to look at the mural.
Does it detail any mecha tyrantrums?
No. It does not detail any of that.
Aw.
For actually, trying to understand and potentially decipher some of the murals, go ahead and roll me lore. And I will remind people that there is teamwork and there's teamwork assist and skill assist.
I can teamwork. Because I don't have much lore.
Dart has a dot in lore.
Yeah, same here.
So I'll give a point in teamwork. Who wants to do the main?
Vector, do you want to make the roll, or?
No, I trust you, Dart.
Alright.
All right.
Are you also contributing your dot of lore?
Yes.
Coolio.
Cool. So take +2. All right. A 5 with logic. Now, this is a rather expansive mural. There are sections of it missing, and overall, there is. You do know that you have a significant lack of context. However, you are very clearly and easily able to identify several rather familiar figures, which is that multiple legendaries are showing up inside of this mural, and you are actually fairly certain that that due to certain depictions you're seeing and certain differences that you're seeing in what you're pretty sure at one point is trying to show a map of the world, that this predates when everything was shattered and kind of melded together in the whole trying to escape the apocalypse thing that this and multiple other worlds did. Because that map is wrong.
Mr. Grimm with 2 M's? You know anything about this?
Well, I'm not paying too much attention to it, to be honest, but let me go ahead and see.
I thought you wanted to look at all the rune things.
Oh, he's been looking around the room. He just hasn't actually, looked at the murals closely. All right.
Dart's gonna pull out his notepad and just start scribbling down the depictions of the map.
Oh. Well, I guess he does know something.
Oh.
I mean, he just decided to roll 15 successes on it, so,
Oh, wow.
I guess he does know something.
Go, Grim!
He's gonna walk along, Kane kind of making a nice thud against the ground with every step he takes, a nice clack. As he sort of just walks past the various murals, nodding to himself occasionally, before going back to the center of the room where he was, looking down at Argus, and then going, "Oh yes, I do know something about this." And then he starts to drink some coffee.
Yeah, gonna say anything about it.
Well, you
Well,
asked.
I
I
technically
got
just
asked if I
asked
knew anything about it, not if I'd share.
Yeah, I just asked if he knew. I didn't ask if he would tell us.
Oh,
Could
But
you please tell us anything about? Did you know about this?
I could, but I don't want to take the fun out of actually exploring the hidden knowledge that you have just discovered. I mean, do you really want me to spoil the many hours of work you could put into combing through the esoteric sections of a library trying to decode extremely old and outdated books in a dialect that may or may not even exist anymore in order to discover your answer?
yes, please. I like spoilers.
I mean, don't threaten me with a good time.
They have a
Um,
puppy book club.
may Jet attempt a lore check on this?
You may.
Archaeology being included.
Yep.
Oh, one of those was totally a 10. I'll stick with it.
Alright. With a 5, you would get most of the same information that the others did trying to work together in order to piece things out. The only extra thing that you would really notice with your specialty is that, and this is something that is rather interesting, about 3/4 of the way, you see clear signs, at least to, like, just your instincts looking this over, and looking at, just how some of this has faded and some of it hasn't, that the last quarter of it is actually newer than the rest of it was. Not to say it's not ancient, but this wasn't all completed at once.
Huh. So, this part over here was actually, done later than the rest of it. He's kind of floating over to gesture.
Yep. It's almost imperceptible, but there is, in fact, a section where the fading just abruptly changes very, very slightly. Not to say it isn't old and faded, but it's clearly different to a trained eye.
By the way, I did find the Guildmaster's gem.
oh,
That's easy.
oh. Straightforward and easy. I like that.
Dart, could you do your Cincy thingamabob and see if there's more to this area? Because you can see through walls with it, right?
I can't see through walls. I can just feel the ground.
Oh. But we're underground, so you can feel all the ground.
Can't see everything.
No.
I can give it a feel.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
Oh, perception or investigation?
Either would work here.
Do perception.
It just depends about what flavor of information you want.
Yeah, I think Dart would just kind of do a instinct and perception for this one.
All right. You think back to when you were originally feeling out and you were able to discover that there was at least a sizable underground section. What you're feeling right now mostly matches. I mean, it fills out the information you weren't quite able to get up on the surface. But you're not really discovering any holes or cavities or anything else around that would denote that there's more to this.
Basically, the best that I can determine, this single cavern is the ruin.
Yes. Although it does seem like it's a lowercase instead of a capital ruin.
Alright. Dart's going to take a moment, shake his head a little bit, be like, I don't think there's too much else to this.
Do runes normally come like this? You're the one who read the book, right?
I believe Jet or Vector read the book.
I think that was Jet.
Jet is the one that read the book on the ruins.
What would Jet's knowledge on that be?
This would be rather simple, especially since you read it. No ruin brick, no capital ruin. There isn't enemies here. There isn't any special loot. This is just an area that was forgotten and in disrepair. They're not sure exactly what causes ruins to pop up, but there is not a guaranteed way to determine if a ruin will show up or not. Generally speaking, making sure that an area is well traveled is a good way to make sure that a ruin doesn't pop up, but it's not perfect. This is just a lowercase ruin. There is nothing special here besides the fact it's in disrepair.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Grim with 2 M's. It's not a real ruin.
No, this is still a ruin. It's just not the capital R ruin. It's a very fascinating location. And Jet is going to be trying to draw out the mural. As he's saying all that.
All right. Go ahead and take 4 from Grim, who will just casually, mention if something is slightly off, or help fill in some of the quote unquote missing parts.
Cool. Okay.
He'll just give you some helpful advice.
Yes, I did put the right number in. And once again, attempt to solve the 1. Hooray!
All right. So with that, you would get a fairly good representation of the mural. Of course, there are just parts that are completely missing where there isn't enough context clues to, even begin to remap them. And there are parts that are, so faded and cracked that it's rather difficult to get anything clear on it. But for the rest of it, you are able to make a fairly accurate representation of it. It does take quite a while to do this, though, because this is, a massive mural, and you're effectively having to, spread this out on front and back of, many, many pages.
He would not do it on the back of them, but he would be spreading it out. I was going to mention this, is that he will be spreading it out over multiple pages, not front and back, so, because, we want to be able to lay it out and be able to see everything.
Alright, fair.
But, yeah. I was going to mention that.
Okay. Well, in that case, it fills up even more pages, and this is now a rather sizable section because, this is like a full mural spanning across like an entire wall. This, quite obviously, has an entire dearth of knowledge that that you and your team has not even begun to scratch.
Well, at the least, I know it's rather bad, but I've got this for us when we want to study it and remember.
Yeah, we can reference it with with a couple libraries later.
But hey, we got the thing we needed.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. And seems like we were able to get to it first, so I say that's a win. Right?
Well,
Why'd you have to say that?
I did leave the gem where it was. Are we wanting to take it? I feel like it was left here on purpose. I could see about maybe us trying to put it in a more secure location. But I don't think we should take it from this area.
Putting it in a more secure location would probably be better.
The question is, where would we put it?
Good question, but I really don't think we should just leave that here.
Mm-hmm.
When Jet's done with the mural, I know it's going to be a while, but when he is done, he's going to go floating through the, You said that there were pews in here? Right?
No, there's columns.
Oh, just columns, okay.
Yeah, it's just like, a bunch of columns to act as support.
And otherwise just an empty room aside from the dais and lectern?
Yeah, it's fairly obvious just from, like, the design of this that this was, like, standing congregation sort of stuff.
Okay. In that case, Jet will, of course, do a double check of around all the columns and everything and all along the walls and such like he was in the previous room, just to be thorough.
Yep.
It's his first time getting to go into one of these places. He wants to be, and he's got his phasing. He wants to be very thorough.
Yes, very understandable. It is, it's pretty obvious. It takes a little bit, but it's pretty obvious that, no, there's nothing more here. You have reached the full breadth of knowledge that, at least with your current abilities and knowledge set, that you think you can get from this place.
So now we just have to get out, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna run into bad guys on our way out now.
One way to find out. Besides, I'm sure we'll be born and ready. Maybe.
Just a question, what's the safest place for this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could leave it in here and I could, like, try to phase it down into the ground somewhere.
Well, what if they have a ghost type?
I mean, he'd have to find the exact spot that I put it at to actually, find it, so... Unless they are incredibly thorough, it is a relatively small object that could be, hidden with some
Actually-
ease.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh no.
Iron Valley lost all their gems, right? But they haven't had bad weather. which means this gem's protecting Iron Valley. If we can take this gem to the guild hall in Iron Valley, it would still protect this area. And it would be under better protection under the guild.
Plus, they would have to probably cause a really pretty big scene to take something like that too.
Well, I feel
Wow.
better with it there than just leaving it here for anyone to pick up and take.
I personally feel like there is a very particular reason why it was left here.
Probably
And
the
we
same reason
don't know for certain that it is protecting Iron Valley. Unless, Grim, do you have any ideas on that you will share with us? And I understand you
Well-
want us to learn this stuff, but this is kind of a more important thing that we kind of need to know now.
Don't want to unnecessarily, ruin the world by trying to keep something safe.
It's no fun if everything gets ruined by, total annihilation.
I think he was trying to answer.
Oh, sorry.
He was just gonna go, well, I will say that the gem is rather important, but it does have a fairly decent radius on it. Now, if it's left here on purpose, the mural doesn't address that directly. However, indirectly, it could have been. But if it was left here for a specific reason, it's obvious that in the rather long time since this place was set up, and likely this gem was inserted here, that if it had any use, it likely should have already been grabbed. If it's not, and it's still here, well.
And most likely, if the purpose was that dire, then this place wouldn't have been abandoned.
Mhm.
Well, the fact is, we don't know why this place was abandoned.
We could research that back at Iron Valley too. They probably have some records on old buildings around here.
And granted, worst case, we can just move it back here.
Exactly.
I am still rather against it, but I will concede to the consensus.
Huzzah! And that means we get to go see... Crap, it's been so long I forgot his name.
I just imagine that is actually in character.
Is it Ralph?
No.
No.
Ronnie? Wait.
Ron?
It was Ron, yeah.
Yeah. You meant the guild leader. Yeah, no, Ron. Yeah.
I knew it was either Ben, Ron, or Ralph. Yeah, we can go see Ron again, and he can teach me more things. And he probably has a good spot to protect the gem, because now they know to expect attacks, so they are able to protect. And with us getting the farm fixed, they won't have the food problem anymore, because there won't be the attacks on the thing. As long as the evil ttrpg doesn't keep being evil, crank types.
What was that about yourself, Argus?
I'm not a crank type.
Well, I will say I do like that sound logic. And if not logic, at least a good strategy.
Hey, let's put it this way: we don't have the fullest understanding of the significance of these, but the guild leaders
Very-
definitely would.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And besides, if we really need to put it back,
You know where to go.
yep, I know exactly where to go.
And we'll probably have an escort from the guild.
Oh yeah.
Did you see everything you wanted to see, Mr. Grimm? With 2 M's?
If you're paying actual attention to Grimm, you could give me a perception if you want.
Ooh.
He's totally napping, isn't he?
Oh wait, I could do the thingy once that automatically tallies it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do the thing.
I can do the thing.
You forgot the slash roll in the front. Or slash die.
/die.
Hey there, Claude. We are using Fantasy Grounds Unity. Welcome in, though.
All right. With that, you notice something rather interesting. His eyes are now the same color as they were when he was inspecting Jet earlier.
So when he was seeing Jet was a ghosty type?
Yep.
Do you see something, Mr. Grimm?
Oh, just noticing something rather important about the area. Not important for the gem, just about this place.
Is it something that concerns us?
He's gonna tap the ground a couple of times with his cane. And then just go, well, a lot of things seem to concern you and your team, so maybe? I don't know exactly how anxious all of you are.
Are we still invisible?
Oh, yes.
Okay, then we're probably safe. It's not funny enough yet, which means there's probably not any bad guys nearby.
No, but I am recognizing something interesting with the aura here. But, well, it's not exactly threatening, so.
Aura?
Jet is looking over curiously. I actually would like to learn more about that. Considering apparently my phasing and everything has to do with aura, I'm quite interested to know more about what that even is.
Well, I can show you something. However, you have to promise to not attempt to do what I'm going to do unless you achieve an extreme degree of mastery over your aura, okay? Normally, I am all for letting adventurers the classic phrase, fuck around and find out. However, this is something you would actually just die from.
I will not do what you're about to do then. Promise.
Assuming this is something that only Jet can do?
Oh, I could do this for all of you. It's just that he's the one who asked.
Fair
I
enough.
want to see. If I'm allowed to see.
I can make you see. Anyone else?
Yeah, sure.
Starts gonna ways of Paul.
The
Does
puppet
Amos
brigade.
care? I'm just going to guess not. And if he does later,
He did a quick BRB, but I don't know if he's ever come back.
Limo. So, he is going to make sure to extract that promise from everyone. Is there anyone who refuses to give that promise?
I would never willingly do something that would lead to my possible death.
Yeah, I would like to I like to keep my I would like to live. I
Living is
promise.
nice.
Yeah, living is nice.
Living is nice. Well, you see, he does recognize that, but also there are some rather very knowledge-obsessed people out there who might just be willing to die in order to get more information, so...
Looks over at Jet.
But, to each of you, and he's basically going to, like, get all of you within poking distance before he does anything. And he, one by one, is going to very carefully... Normally he does a thwack, because the thwack is funny. But this time, no, he is very carefully poking each of your foreheads with his cane. And as he pokes each of you one by one, your eyes come alive with a slight blue fire, as you are now capable of seeing the aura around. And it is quite the interesting experience. Because, first of all, the old man in front of you is a practical fountain of the stuff, as well as there being some rather ambient aura around that, well, you're not exactly aura experts, but you're fairly certain that in a field of blue, you're not supposed to see a small red fire at the lector.
Why is there a red in the blue? Is there something over there still?
That is where the gem is. Are we seeing the gem?
I believe so, yes. Now, it isn't connected with anything. You see there's no, like, red lines going out in, you know, into the room itself. It's not powering anything. But you're able to see that it's there. Are any of you looking at the fountain that is Grim?
Yep, Jet would probably be
yeah.
looking around a bit more than just focusing. He wants to
he's
take in
very,
everything.
very curious.
Alright, anyone who cares to roll investigation. And this will specifically be an investigation. You can assist each other if you want. And no, archaeology will not work for this.
Oh, I wasn't thinking it would.
Well, I wanted to get ahead of the joke of, can it work on him because he's old?
I did not think of that, but... would anybody like to team up on this? Assist on this? I've got 2 dots myself.
Which one's not doing? No, that's a word.
Oh, wait, I should have removed my 1. I could have had a 3.
You kind of already locked that in.
I did. I realized that too late.
Alright, yeah, I'll toss my teamwork.
2 teamwork?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So, anyone got any willpower?
Yes. I have... This is my last one for the day. The dice gods have apparently really spoken. Want to use your willpower on this, Vector?
I would love to, but I used it on your book.
Oh, you only have 1?
I will say, you guys can also share boost dice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can give you my boost dice.
Only if we're assisting
only-
each other.
Only if you're actively in the same role. You did a solo roll, so you cannot assist.
I'm double checking on my boost.
Where's this boost dice?
Boost dice is the all of your primary attributes added together divide by 3. That's how many boost dice you have. There's mind boost, body boost, and soul boost.
Soul dice reroll.
Yeah. But there's also body, which lets you choose 3 non-fail, non-success, and reroll those.
I do have 2 boost dice left, so might as well use them. Oh, much better.
Yeah.
Can I use mine, or is it only for Jet?
Well, you could use your body boost to try and get rid of those other ones, or the. So soul boost allows you to reroll ones. Body allows you to reroll anything that is not a success or a failure. So like that 4, 6, and 5.
I'll just
and then...
I'll use one soul and one body, or have.
Well, you can only apply one type to the roll.
But you haven't applied anything yet, so you could just, for example, apply 2 body, and he'd roll 6 more dice.
How much is... Wait, you said it was body divided by 3, right?
No, it's all your attributes, primary attributes, body, mind, and soul, added together, divide by 3.
Oh. By 3...
The newest sheet does auto-calculate it, but...
Yeah.
8... Hold on, 8, 10, so 3, so that's 3 dice. I'll use my boost.
Yeah.
Could use it twice if you wanted to. We are basically at the end of session. Of course, we run the risk of getting a 1, but you know.
You guys are currently sitting at a 4.
Honestly, I'll probably go with the 4 if I have to be very frank. I mean,
You're
at
not
least you...
Frank, you're Vector.
All right. Sticking with the 4.
I mean, I'm just asking Jet, do you want to stick with the 4?
Yeah, we can. We'll stick with the 4.
All right.
All right. So Argus and Dart, you both would realize that there is something kind of weird going on with the old man in front of you. Mostly just due to the fact that there is, like, energy spikes coming from him that don't exactly seem to be normal, because no one else here, not even Jet with his unstable aura, is having this like spike of energy happen through. Jet and Vector, you two working together would notice something possibly extremely concerning, actually. You can see both the because right now you are effectively seeing his aura, which is a reflection of his very life energy itself. And Jet, you know this because, you've actually started learning about aura. And you also get a little bit of informational help from your book, actually, when it comes to this. And you see, almost as quickly as a blink of an eye, as the energy tries to misshape and misform into something else entirely, before it is roughly shoved back into shape, again, almost in that exact same moment, by the old man's aura. The energy inside him seems rather unstable, and in fact, potentially his very body is extremely unstable. As you see it try to effectively change shape multiple times within half a second. But each time that it tries, it is just almost instinctually crushed.
Very interesting.
Interesting indeed.
This effect would last for, like, basically enough time for you to look around to notice things. And then the fire will slowly fade from all of your eyes, and your vision returns to normal.
That looked pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yes, Aura Sight is rather useful to have, actually.
So, at the risk of, possibly offending you, or prying too much, why did it look like your aura was unstable and trying to change shapes?
Keen eyes, actually. So it's not so much as my aura is trying to change shapes. I think, how do I best explain this? No, I'm just gonna go with my old explanation. I am what's best described as genetic soup. The only thing really keeping me alive, actually, is my aura. Which should be a little bit paradoxical, actually, considering it's supposed to be life force, so the only thing keeping me alive is my life force, but, well, sometimes things just don't quite make sense. I am very serious about the genetic soup part. I should not be alive.
Huh.
Oh.
I mean, I could always show you what I mean, but it doesn't look pretty.
I will take you at your word on that.
Open offer in case anyone wants to see. If you don't want to see and someone else does, I recommend you turn around, though.
I guess we'll turn around.
So, how can I, learn to do that aura sight thing?
Well, first of all, try and find a Lucario. They're rather good at it. If you can't find a Lucario, sometimes an Umbreon can work in a pretty good pinch. They actually pretty extensively use Aura, although they somehow specifically get recharged by the moon. I think Sylveon also does some Aura things, so those two evolutions are pretty good bets. Besides that, though, Lucario line definitely your best bet. Natural users of it at all. Pretty much every single one of them can use it in some way.
Would a, Riolu work?
Yep. I mean, generally they'll have less refined senses, but it very much so would work.
Okay, I do know one in Starlight then. I'll have to ask them when we get back.
Ah, very good. Would Dart or Vector like to take him up on his offer of seeing what's up?
I'm sorry?
Grim was basically offering to show what he means by genetic soup and caution those that don't want to see should probably turn away.
If someone does want to see.
Well, I might as well if Victor's too curious.
Oh no.
Alright. Is Dart wanting to see as well?
I mean, if you don't mind answering a couple questions afterwards, because I'm probably going to have inevitable questions, but hey, I'm still learning.
Aren't we all? And he's gonna motion for Jet and Argus to maybe not look.
I mean, Jet's going to look if others want to see. He is curious enough.
And he is going to take back off his cloak for this. The rest of his rather fancy and rich-looking clothes are staying on, though. As he cracks his neck to the left, to the right, gave his shoulders a little bit of a shrug, and you see him start to deform as parts of his fur change color and shape as you realize that you are now looking at the misshapen, absolute genetic soup that is Grim, in that he looks like what it would look like if you stapled a Zoroark and a Lucario together, and then also happened to involve a little bit of Mew DNA. He is an absolute mess.
Huh.
Very clearly, he was either the result or had been experimented upon. And I'm not going into too much detail, but I think you can imagine how horrendous this probably looks in person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Genetic hot dog water soup.
True. He definitely looks like he probably shouldn't be alive. And then and this is like probably unsettling to see. You can see his form start to effectively get beaten back into Zoroark shape. And he looks just like how he did before. It's just what looks to be a completely normal old Zoroark.
Jet's going to tilt his head. That part of that looked kind of similar to the Riolu that I met.
Yes. So, rather interesting story. You know how this whole thing with Awakened is, you've woken up in a new world, and, you know, you are something that you probably weren't before?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time that has happened to me. The first time I woke up in a world where, well, let's just say it was more mixed rather than pure Pokemon, and I was the result of an experiment to try and see what happens if you staple a Zoroark, a Lucario, and a Mew together. Luckily or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, Lucario tend to have extremely powerful aura, even as a Riolu, and that was just enough to stabilize me enough to survive the process. And, well, even when I keep getting thrown into additional worlds, the situation sticks. Which has the rather unfortunate effect of every time I show up in one of these, I'm young again, and it means that I have to relearn how to control my body again. Otherwise, I look like that.
I looked
So
at
you've been here for a while.
Oh, here? No. Technically speaking, according to my memories, I'm... Let's see, carry the one... 473 years old now. In terms of this world, I'm only like 132.
I met in this world, but that's a lot of years.
Well, you keep getting your memories back in new worlds, and, well, things happen. On the plus side, because each time I show up in a new world, I get to keep one additional item. I keep getting to keep items from other worlds.
Is that how you got your infinite coffee?
Oh no, I got that here.
Is
Rather
that the
useful,
item you're going to
actually.
keep?
I dearly hope so. I make absolutely... I have absolutely no doubts that at some point I'm just going to wake up in another world again, and, well, I hope I keep my coffee at this point. I've gotten rather used to it. For your sanity, though, I don't think I've met anyone that's been thrown into multiple worlds, or if they were, that they remember it.
Oh, okay. Then he kind of looks over at Deimos, who has gone to multiple worlds.
And remembers it
What?
because he's a crime type.
I was going to ask. I was gonna ask Grim something. Does the word PMD means anything to you?
What were you asking? I'm sorry, I was busy coughing.
Oh, no worries. Oh, I asked essentially to Grim. Kind of curious about this, and being recalled about the barrels. He asked Grim, "Do you know, does PMD mean anything to you?"
Oh, you mean MD Industries?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was MD Industry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the. I'm sorry. My notes are a little. I did. I'm sorry. Is it MD? Right? MD.
MD Industries.
MD. Sorry. Sorry. I was looking at something. I've got my notes mixed up.
Well, yes, in that I generally tend to avoid them. They remind me a little bit too much of the let's just say the first time, my first go around. They remind me too much of the people that experiment.
Oh, so we should avoid them. Wait, wasn't the cool thing that scared away the fog from them?
I didn't say they didn't make a bunch of very useful items. I'm just saying that I personally have bad memories attached to people like them.
Vector just kind of. You can kind of see the seriousness on his face. He just kind of. I think he gets the information.
Yeah, Jet might not be might be purposely not bringing that up.
Yep.
Um,
By the way, as for inspiration, this guy is basically a Team Rocket Pokemon manga version experiment. If that says anything.
yes,
Yep.
it does.
They loved stapling Pokemon together.
The Mega series did not hold back.
No, so he's
Hey.
basically one of those, and then kept waking up in new worlds, and now he's just here.
So, so you are part Lucario then?
Well, technically speaking, I'm part everything. But one of the big parts is Lucario, yes.
So you could teach me the aura sight thing.
I could, yes.
Will you?
Well, I'm not really all that interested in apprentices. However, it's been a while since I've done it, so I can at least teach you some tricks. Don't
Little
expect
Ghost
me to
Puppy
go
Link.
passing along all my knowledge to you, though.
Admittedly, we'll take anything we can get because we're still trying to find our footing.
Of course not. You would not want me to be able to become more powerful and surpass you and succeed you.
Oh no, that would actually be quite funny. It'd be rightfully dramatic, and then I would reveal my older master knowledge that I hid from you for far too long, resulting in you going into an absolute berserk rampage that I may or may not be able to put down.
I am glad you caught on to the reference. Of course, I would have been incredibly disappointed in you of all people if you didn't.
Argus gets no reference.
We're referring to the Sith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jedi
I had- yeah.
Argus.
Yeah.
Argus needs to make a lightsaber now. Are there kyber crystals in this world?
No,
Oh. Are there kyber crystals in one of the worlds?
no.
Oh. I tried.
Tal does want to run a Star Wars Scar campaign, though.
I do. I do. But yeah, no, he'll put on like a little demonstration because he's able to safely do it without turning into a misshapen mess, but that wouldn't have shown you what he actually looked like. This is far more controlled. As now in front of you is a rather old-looking Lucario, as he just kind of like changes forms and then waggles fingers at you.
Well, I would definitely take whatever you can teach me.
When I teach you about aura, I'll probably go ahead and look like this, although it won't really be that necessary for the beginning. I've rather honed the whole aura thing in, I'd say, both of my main forms. Although the real loss when I'm like this is it's so much harder to use illusions.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of a trade-off. Better aura power, less illusions. I like my illusions.
When you're like that, are you Grim with 2 R's instead of 2 M's?
No, my name doesn't change.
Why would it be the R's that change anyways?
Because there's R's in Lucario.
I was about to say because there's R's in Lucario.
There's also R's in Zoroark.
There's
Well,
also eyes in Lucario.
Actually, there's more R's in Zoroark.
there is, but I immediately knew what his thought process was.
He understands the Argus.
He has a thought process?
Oh yes, it's very basic and generally jumps from A to C without even considering B, but it is there.
There's no B in Lucario.
I understand fully.
But yes, technically speaking, I can be whatever I want if whatever I want is generally an insomniac, extremely tired mess. Because if I turn into anything that isn't a, well, let's see. The full list of things that I could turn into that don't cause me to want to pass out afterwards is Lucario, Zoroark, and if I'm feeling really spicy, and I almost never do this, I can turn into a Mew. It's just absolutely not worth the problem. I mean, try going around as effectively a copy of a legendary.
That would probably be
Pokemon and see how many troubles immediately pop up. I can turn into things and not pass out immediately. It's just after a little bit or when I change back, well, and most of my aura is spent, and as anyone who knows anything about aura can tell you, running low on aura is very bad because that might just kill you.
I'm very much aware.
I was making a joke because Kamala has the ability to always be asleep.
Yep. But yeah, he is an old man that can be whatever he wants so long as whatever he wants is eternally tired.
You should take a nap.
Why do you think he's constantly drinking coffee?
Maybe if you didn't drink coffee, you could sleep better.
Oh, no. No. I've had this since before I became a Pokemon at all. I am a natural insomniac. The worst part is when I'm tired and about to pass out, but my body won't let me sleep. If I'm going to be tired the entire time, I might as well give myself energy. And, I'm not touching ether.
Also, that sorry to kind of like cut here, but time check.
Oh, yeah. We have gone on for quite a while.
Yeah.
True. Or I guess I'll grab the gemstone and then we can go.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I do have one small thing I wanted to kind of get in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Art's gonna kind of like just ask Grim like, Mr. Grim, could I ask you a question in private?
Sure. You can always ask the question. I won't always promise that I'll answer. I think you realize that by now, though.
Understood.
And he's gonna clack his cane on the ground and just look at Dart and go, "Well, they can't hear us now. If you just wanted to ask me something without them hearing, you can do it now. If you want to ask it in private, then, well, we'll have to walk somewhere else."
This is fine. But I've been trying to piece together my memories from before, and just given what you told us, does the number anywhere around 73 mean anything to you?
73. Not particularly. I mean,
Is he robot for anybody else?
Yes.
He's robot for me.
my internet decided to kind of die. Is it ironed out now? Because it does green on my side.
No.
Okay, 1 second.
Apparently the number 73 means death to his internet.
I'm sorry.
Dart, why? You killed him.
It's just like Dart saying Vulpix.
Oh my god, that's the secret ritual to instantly kill anyone. You say 73.
I've just been wanting to ask the question for the last 15 minutes.
It's the 73rd page in the book. Watching the word or the stream try to understand what we're saying is very funny. The auto captions.
Avi, if you need to head out, go ahead.
Yeah, I very much need to. So you all have a good night. Thank you for the session. Sorry,
Sleep well.
everyone.
Well, sweetheart.
Though, Tal, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
Oh, he is back. We might just have to end here and have until next time is you get your answer.
Fasting. Can you hear me?
Still
Yeah.
a little robot from the sounds of it, but yes.
Ah, dang.
Bit more
Yeah,
legible.
I know it's freaking.
Okay, definitely not legible.
My internet is freaking out.
Well,
We're
that was
getting
better.
about 73%.
Ah, nice. But he'll go. No, the number 73 doesn't mean anything in particular to me.
I only asked just because the only thing that I've encountered so far that is familiar to me is MD Industries. I'm still trying to piece together why.
Well, MD Industries is. Well, I'll just say they're a bit of a piece of work. Overall helpful, yes. Best people around, no. It's not the same as the group that I don't like thinking about, but it's similar enough for me to not want anything to do with them. So, unfortunately, that also leaves me in the position where I don't actually know too much about it. I just generally do my best to avoid them.
Fair enough. Appreciate you taking my question.
Is that was that the only one, or did you have more for me?
Just that one.
In that case, he's gonna get a little look on his face that you instantly recognize as okay, time to play a trick then. And he's gonna like, clack his cane against the ground a couple times again. And the moment that you two are now audible to the rest of the group again, he's just gonna go. And I hope that advice really helps you out with your love life.
I don't think we were supposed to.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just forget.
Don't worry about it.
Sure thing, Dart. Yeah. Jet totally not getting ideas. Oh no, Jet's going to totally try and set Dart up as with a blind date now.
But Dart likes Spectre. It's like so clear.
And I think that this is probably a good time to call it, considering it is
Considering half the group is left, and
We're probably going to come up with more questions during the week.
Oh yeah.
Argus will grab the gemstone so we don't forget it when we start next time.
All right. Yeah, no, Grim is effectively a Pokemon manga experiment, and they did not fuck around. Boy, did that Team Rocket not fuck around. I don't know how they managed to make a Tauros that hypnotized things with a swish of a tail.
By combining Tauros with Hypno.
yeah, I pulled from some of their some of the lore for them, some of the manga lore for Razor's original version of him.
Ah, nice. Yeah, no, he is fucked up. He did not have a good time that first go around.
I understandably so, and you could probably see Dart's logic there of like messed up science. Dart was probably doing some messed up science. MD Industries might be a connection. Like, you want just to make sure, like, I didn't have anything involved to do with this, right?
Yeah, like, I wasn't one of the people who fucked you up, right? Like, holy shit, please tell me I didn't fuck you up.
Pretty much. It's like...
And that's when we find out that, in fact, Dart was one of the ones. And the guy figures this out. And then BBEG time.
BBEG Old Man Edition.
But anyways,
yeah, no. Yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was Starlight New Dawn Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or, as I brought up earlier in the chat, we do also have an affiliate link for Fantasy Grounds, the virtual tabletop software that we were using this evening. It is all available through our link tree. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Bye.
Rest well, and thanks for watching.